Welcome to Ask Yourself Why Not, the podcast where two friends read a lot of self-help books, listen to a lot of podcasts, and talk it out with each other and our community.
So we can all feel better in real life without the pressure to fix ourselves.
We're your hosts,
Shaye
and Jayla,
and we're really glad you're here. What's up, Why Notters?
What's up?
This is Shaye.
And this is Jayla.
And this is the
Ask Yourself Why Not podcast. The place you come where you stop asking yourself why.
And you start asking yourself, why not? Why not go on a walk and talk, right?
Yes, we're actually walking and talking this morning.
Yeah.
We have never tried this,
No.
but we wanted to try and just kind of see what happens.
Do you know who Shalene Johnson is?
I do.
Old Beachbody gal.
Yes.
She's a badass. She always does this.
So she records when she walks all the
Yeah.
time.
A lot of times she'll be walking because she's hyper, like we
Yeah.
are. Got things to do, places to see.
Well, they say that you get, a lot of people get their best ideas when they're exercising or they're in the shower.
Yeah. Why is that?
I don't know.
Because your subconscious is like a little more relaxed.
Maybe your body and stuff's focused on other things.
Yeah.
So your mind's able to really just focus on your thoughts.
Yeah. That's a good point. I was sharing with you last night that I'm doing this thing called Function Health. And if you guys know who Dr. Mark Hyman is, I know people would know him to see him. If you look him up on Instagram, you'll be familiar. He's written all kind of cookbooks.
Yeah.
Anyways, he has this company that he started called Function Health. He's a function medicine doctor out of the Cleveland Clinic. And you can do like all kind of preventive medicine through him now. And I think it's like $300 and something for the year. And you get like all this lab work. And
Yes,
so
this is not the first time you've done this. So
this is the first time I've used him.
Uh-huh.
I've used a traditional functional medicine doctor before. And the blood work was really expensive, like $1,200. So this one is a little different because he had me go last week. You had to go cycle 2 to 4 of your cycle if you're premenopausal or perimenopausal. And then again, when you're not on your cycle, which I think is kind of interesting for women. And they measure your hormones, your metabolic health, immune system, liver function, all the things.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I thought it was kind of a good thing to do. Are you interested in any of that stuff?
I am, but I haven't really put too much, effort behind it. But yes, absolutely. I saw Empire, that is like a med spa here in Wheeling. Jennifer Jones owns it, but she's actually doing the GI investigation route where they'll do like a fecal sample and be able to kind of analyze your gut. And I'm kind of interested in that.
Yeah, that would be really
as well, just to kind of, because they say, your gut controls like a lot of other things going on in your body. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and meanwhile, I just ate a fish sandwich from McDonald's last night.
Oh my God.
Because we did not get done with soccer till 9 p.m.
Fish?
Yes, I did.
I didn't know those were out right now.
They have them year round, Shay.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well,
I thought they were like
that
a Lynch
speaks
thing.
volumes that you're the healthy fam.
Made a stop at McDonald's last night as well for Eliana. I got like 2 baskets of fries. They were starving it.
Yeah.
And all that
My
stuff.
kids love a good Big Mac.
Oh, yeah. That sauce is good. But anyways, Function Health, what spurred me on that was the curiosity of the full body MRIs. So I had heard a podcast with him and he talked about how disease is better when you find it early, right? Like cancer,
Well, of course,
very curable if you find it very early. And so he talked about like the future of preventative medicine, bringing the costs down. And so he does have those functional MRIs where you can get the full body scan and they look at like, I think it's like 12 to 13 organs anyways, and just kind of screen you. And me being 45, I was like, this might be a good time in my life to just look at doing these things.
Yeah, just to get more curious. And, if you're interested in that, Mark Hyman, maybe y'all should look into it.
Yeah. So we never did talk about your yoga experience.
I don't even know if I could remember it, Shay.
How many? It was a while ago.
Well, it's funny. Okay, so I went to a yoga class, and it was it Barkham? I think that's the style it was called.
Bikram.
Bikram. Well, actually,
Yeah.
I talked to Kirk, who is a guy that comes to our yoga classes, one of our regulars. He actually took a class very similar, and
Hmm.
me and him were chatting about it. But if you're familiar in the yoga world, well, yoga is very fluid. There's all different types. It's just one of my favorite things about yoga. But it was a different style of class. So you go in, you have to have towels. You're not allowed to drink water.
Really?
Yeah.
You couldn't?
And I thought
Wow.
that I might have elaborated on that part, but Kirk even confirmed it. Kirk said it too. And I was like, see, I thought that that's what he said.
I wonder what their thought is for that, just because you're in the flow state.
I have no idea, but it's like 26 poses and there's really no flow. You'll like go in a pose and then go back to your starting point, then in a pose, but it's very challenging.
What is the starting point? Like down dog?
No, there's different starting points.
Oh, okay.
It's hard to explain, but in the beginning, you're just standing in mountain pose in the back of your mat and you just go into poses and you come back in. But anyway, it's like 105 degrees. You go in. The guy beside me was in nothing but a Speedo,
Wow.
which super cool.
He was like into it.
But I kept thinking, I can't do yoga without pants on. Like, I
Oh
don't
my
like
God.
with shorts because my legs get sweaty. And
There's,
it's just like, it's just a different kind of how you feel in your body, I guess. But
yeah.
mine's more of when you touch your legs, the sweat, like I feel like I don't have my
Grip.
grip.
Yeah.
Um, but it was a very interesting class. The instructor just stood in the back of the room on like a elevated little box, never came off, and just kind of spoke to you what to do. But there was no flow to it. And I think when I left it, I couldn't really nail down if I hated it or I loved it. It was
Yeah.
like a weird feeling. But at the end, they the instructor welcomed me for coming, and then they all started chanting and smacking their mats.
This just seems like an episode of like Sex in the City where you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
It's fun to try new things.
and I think the hardest part of the class, besides the no flow, and it's a very, very hard mental workout because you really hold poses for a long period of time.
Yeah. And if I couldn't have water, I'd be like, I'm
And it's 105
thirsty.
degrees. But
105 is
anyway,
hot.
at the end, after all of that happened and you have this intense mental workout more than anything, he goes, okay, I'm leaving Shavasana, basically, and walks out the door. And I kept like thinking, like, I can't be the first one to get up. So I probably just laid there in my thoughts for like 10 minutes.
You're like, what's the protocol
And then when I
here?
went in the locker room, no one says a word. Like it was complete silence. So it was like a whole different experience,
Yes, without a doubt. That's wild.
Yeah.
I never done that. I don't think I've ever done Bikram before, but I remember Mandy Doyle coming back from New York City and saying that was her favorite style of yoga.
Really?
But Bikram power can be different everywhere.
Yeah.
Bikram can be different everywhere, but it's hot. I think that's like the guy that invented that was one of the first to do that really heated
Yeah.
yoga class.
Well, it's supposed to target deeper layers into your body to like really get the toxins out. It's supposed to be good for
Ooh.
like your lymphatic system and stuff.
Yeah,
The hotness.
I could see that. It's funny. Well, I'm proud of you for trying something new. It's always good. I need a new one, new experience in my life. Jill mentioned cycling Thursday, which is tomorrow.
Yep.
Right. Maybe look into that. How's your studio coming?
Yes, guys. So my studio's coming along. We are finishing up painting. They just painted the ceiling. It looks so good. Like, it's crazy to think how much a space can become elevated if you paint a ceiling.
Yes.
And we went with like a bright white. And it was white to begin with, but in between, it's not the grout because that's on the floor, but in between like the brackets, it was like a dark brown, almost black. So they painted the ceilings and we're finishing up plumbing and electric this month. My flooring gets laid July 1st.
That's so exciting. Once the flooring gets laid, it's like wrapped up.
It is. I'm starting to look into spin bikes and stuff right now because I got to get those ordered. But yeah, it's coming together. I'm excited.
That's awesome. I'm excited to see how it comes together too.
Yeah.
Get some good classes in there.
I was telling my friend yesterday, it's like in one hand, I'm like, yeah, let's go. And then in the other hand, I'm like, what the heck am I doing?
Oh, I mean, that's the story of our life, right? I talked to Alex about that because
Just with everything new you do, for sure.
anything that you put yourself out there with, you're always going to have that, what the hell am I doing? Kind of
Yeah.
a situation. But that's how you grow.
Yeah, but I go back to what my husband, Brent, said. He was like, if you just think of it as investing in yourself,
Yeah.
because that is very scary for a lot of people. And it is.
Mm.
But, sometimes you just have to make the jump and just knowing that it's for yourself, you know?
And you're intuitive. It doesn't mean that you have to, I feel like a lot of us get wrapped around the axle when we open up things or we try things. We're like, gotta have the business plan with the projections and all
Oh,
this stuff.
yes.
But
Speaking of
you're very
that,
intuitive.
did you listen to that podcast I sent you yesterday?
Not yet. I will
Okay, it's so
on my
good.
drive
It
today.
actually made me feel I loved it. I actually I rewound. Is it rewound or rewinded? I don't know.
Yep.
But
One or
anyway,
the
it's
other.
both of them. I actually listened to a couple parts over again because it was so good. But one of the things he talked about was, and I don't remember who it was. It was someone that was on Lewis House just recently. He actually was an NFL star. And now he has his own show. Can't remember his name, but I'll look it up before we get off here. But he stated that he does not set goals. He said goals are endings. He said he sets objectives and he just puts energy behind something.
Love it.
And instead of putting
That's
a
very feminine. And I love
goal
it.
to reach something, he just puts energy behind something. Because what if you set a goal and the goal you set could have been much grander, but because you were so focused on completing what you put on paper as your goal, you couldn't see it.
Yeah.
And because of all the
It has to go
the
this way,
brain
right?
stuff that we've read and how the brain works, it makes so much sense. So in a sense, what I'm doing with a space, downtown, I don't really have a goal, so to say, except for just to get open. And when I listen to that podcast, I'm like, that makes a lot of sense. Sometimes if you don't really know what something's going to look like, or that what you're thinking it could look like could be completely different, and that would be fine. You just have to really put energy behind something that just will make you feel great.
Yes.
And then just roll with it.
I think that's a very feminine way of operating business, and it's not wrong. It's just that all of the ways that we've been taught to operate business have been from this very male dominant perspective where have a business plan and have your strategies and execute the strategies. And that's all fine and good, but it doesn't mean it's the only way. And I told you this too. I was like, when you build things, we all think they're going to go one way. And then something else pops up and it completely takes you down another path. And I think as long as you stay open
Yep.
to
Just
what
got to
the
be
possibilities
resilient.
are.
You got to be able to pivot.
You know what's been helping me lately is Gabby Bernstein. She's actually writing a new book, but she's been doing a lot of great podcasts on increasing faith.
Yes.
Faith has been one of my
I
words
listened
of
to
the
one
year.
of hers yesterday, and it was like a whole dump of a bunch of different podcasts she's
Same.
had.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she talked a lot about how, hi, good morning. We love morning people. But she talks a lot about how we're not alone, right? That we have angels and saints and spirit guides that are with us all the time. And I think a lot of us believe that, right? Loved ones that have passed, just people protecting us on the other side, spirits protecting us.
Yes.
And then she talked about whenever you're going in to do something and maybe you're a little bit fearful, just ask for their guidance, ask for their help.
Yes.
And
Or what she says a lot in that podcast too is go inner. Ask yourself. Don't ask other people. Ask yourself.
It's kind of this, it's like connecting with your inner intuition. And just what she always talks about intuition is being calm, like a calming presence. And then your ego being that more this is going to be too much, that kind of a thing. So I love all those things. It just helps increase your confidence in yourself when you're making big moves.
Yeah, absolutely.
Speaking of making big moves, we got EmpowerFest coming up.
Yes, we do.
End of
Hope
this
to
month.
see y'all there.
Yeah, man, it's coming together nicely. We have some really cool new vendors this year, new experience stations.
We have some fan favorites coming back.
Yes, we do. We have lots of fan favorites coming back on that. Putting together our swag bags currently. We have some awesome national sponsors. We have
Yes.
that we're going to be dripping out.
We got
But
a lot. Forsymatic, we
yeah,
got Liquid
Grunes,
IV, Gruins,
yeah,
or Grunes, whatever they're called.
Noon. I mean, just a lot of really cool health, wellness, and beauty
We have some
brands.
local ones too. Aunt's pepperoni rolls. Two women lenders from Wespanco are throwing in some things in there. Shout out to Debbie.
She's throwing in
A
a
coupon.
coupon. Yep.
Yeah, so lots of good things. Little swag bags to take home.
Excited for that. We will put the link in the show notes for you to purchase tickets. But if you're curious, you should buy tickets ahead of time. This is really not, I mean, we will sell tickets at the door, but it's probably better for us because we're two people running a event. If
Yeah,
you would
throw us a frickin' bone here.
purchase tickets ahead of time. If you're curious or can't find the link, just reach out to Jayla or myself and we'll send you the link to purchase.
Yes.
And you get lots of free complimentary wellness experiences, beauty experiences. When you come to EmpowerFest, you get to connect with awesome women. I think that's one of the biggest bonuses.
Yes, and you get to try new things, like little
Mhm.
bite-sized things. Like it's not a huge commitment to
Yeah.
try new things.
Yeah,
You know? So I
exactly.
feel like that you build your own day.
Yes.
I love that.
I like it too.
Alrighty, guys. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with us this morning, catching up.
Yep. It was
Um,
fun to chat. I hope you liked our walking episode. Maybe you'll join us on a walk while we walk.
yes.
That's
Yeah.
that's a fun thing about our community.
Yes, and if you have any topics you want us to talk about, please send them in. If you have any feedback on anything we did talk about, functional medicine or anything, send us a chat. We look forward to hearing from you as well.
Yes. And seeing y'all at EmpowerFest.
This is the
Ask yourself, why not podcast?